Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to be doing some examples on just the cross itself. I think I'm not too bad at the cross. I'm definitely not as fast as I would like to be at it, and I know that there's some faster people out there, and I do have some faults which I'm going to talk about in this as well. I just figured I would go through and show you guys some, so let's go ahead and scramble it up. Okay, so let's take a look at the cross. Alright, so what I'm looking for here is where the pieces are. I can see two are already connected here. And I know that the green is to the right of the red, so I know that those are in place. And if you really take a look, this is something that I look for, is the green is opposite of where it needs to be. It's on the blue. So these are on opposite colors, and so are these. So I'm going to try to sort them while being on opposite colors. Now, I know that the red is on the right of the blue, which means that in order to put this down, I'd have to turn the red to the side. And the orange needs to be on the right of the green, and because they're all on the opposites, the first thing I would do is put that orange on its opposite and move that down so these three are in their correct place, and then I would move this to the right of where the blue would come down, and then I'd put that in, and that would complete the first cross. That was a pretty easy one actually, so we'll go through another one. Okay, here we have another one, and so the first thing again is I'm going to take a look at where the pieces are. Now this one looks a bit complicated, but I can tell you that it's actually pretty easy. And the reason for that is because this orange can be turned to its orange side with one move. This blue can be turned to the blue side with one move. And because this red needs to get flipped upside down, when I do that, it moves the green in already. So what I would do is I would move this one and connect the blue, connect the orange, put the orange down, put the red down, and the green goes in as well. So that was also a very easy one. So let's get another one. So the whole trick with doing kind of like advanced cross stuff is that you don't have to match it up with its color first. As long as all of the pieces in the bottom, all the white, are where they need to be in relation to the others, you can always just fix it again later, as you see in the first two. So let's go through this one. Okay, this is already in, the orange, but the red is over the opposite. The blue is flipped upside down, and the green is over top of its green. So let me just take a look at this and see what I would do here. Okay, so in a situation like this, I think what I would do is I would move this one up first to get the orange on the left of where the blue would be. But I don't want to put the blue on there quite yet because I want to move this red over top of it. So when I put the blue down, I can put the red there. But the green needs to go back here because it's on the left of the orange. I hope that makes sense. So this is how it started. So what I would do is I would move the orange over, put the green behind it. Now I would put the red over top of the blue, put the blue down, the red down, and fix my cross. But as I said, you know, it doesn't matter how this is on the bottom as long as these are in relation to each other. So now I've just fixed the cross afterwards. Let's go through another one. Now again, I'm not super fast at the cross, so don't hesitate to leave in comments what I may have done better. I mean, go ahead and leave those, because I'm starting to realize that I'm not getting really fast, and I would like to get a lot faster, and instead of refusing people's help, I think it would be a really good thing for me to do. So in this case, green is already in. Now, this is where I get a little tripped up because I've only got 15 seconds of inspection. And a lot of the time I don't bother to practice cross, I just do the cross, which is why you see me finding it and, you know, only taking 3 or 4 seconds of my inspection or less, and that's a bad fault. On this one, it's very difficult for me to understand where things are going to end up. I know where the blue and the orange are going to end up, but not the red. So let's go ahead and work out, before I even attempt to solve this, where the red is going to end up. So what I would end up doing is I would move the orange over top of here. So when I turn it this way, the blue swings up, which means I can put it here. But in that process, where did the red end up? Okay, so let's take a look. The orange goes here, blue swings up, which means the red ends up here with the white on this side. So then I put the blue over, and I see that while I move it down, it's going to move up here with the white on top, which means I have to swing it over top of here. So let's give that a shot here. So we move this over, we put this here, and then again, like I said, put it over top, and there we go. So I'm sure if oh, see, I didn't. I moved the orange there. So that's an example of why I should really be paying attention to stuff and not, you know, just going. I need to really understand. So let's go again. All right, let's take a look at this one here. Okay, this one's relatively simple. In fact, this is really simple. The orange is over its opposite. The red is on the opposite, and with one move I can turn that on its opposite and move this down. And the blue is up here, which can here's another thing too that I would like you guys to comment. In a situation like this where I've got the cross built all on its opposites like that, or even just in this configuration, in this case, would you just put this one in there and then turn it around, or would you turn it around and then put it in the back where it's supposed to be? Which offers, like, why would you choose to do that? Let's go through another one. I'm really glad that last case ended up how it did, where you guys can let me know what you would do in that situation, because I really don't have an idea why one would work out better than the other. Okay, so on this one here, what I would do is move the green down and then put the blue in this spot. Now I'd put the red behind the blue, move the orange over the blue, and while I move the blue down, it puts this one here. So now they're all on their opposites, and I can redo the cross. Let's do one more just for fun. Okay, hopefully we get a difficult one. Now this is not a difficult one, but this kind of case actually happens a lot, I find, where two on the bottom are easily matched up, and then two are already in relation to where they're supposed to be with each other. So what I would do here is I would move the green opposite of this blue. So I would go like this, which moves the red up. Okay, but I can't move the red. It would be a waste of my time to move the red and put it down, because now the orange is in a really awkward spot. So what I would do in this case is I would move the bottom out from its correct position. And I know that if orange is going on this side, that green needs to go here. So I would put the green here, put this down, put that down, and then move it back. Anyways, guys, I would really like some feedback on my cross technique. I know it's not very, very good, but it's also not very bad either. And my average on cross is about 2 seconds, believe it or not. So I think that, would you also like to see just a cross average, you know, just to see how fast I can do a cross? I think it's a really good thing. I do it all the time. I see how fast on average I complete the cross, how much of my time it actually takes up. And I've done that with cross. I've done that with just F2L, just OLL, and just PLL, and I was really surprised at the results. I might even make a full video showing the different results and how my times are broken down. It's really difficult to do that though, because it shows, you know, you can't really take in looking ahead into consideration and things like that either. So all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on my next video.